Hello and welcome back to my increasingly in-depth musical analytical analysis of musical things. Today we have Father Time on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers by Kendrick Lamar and Sampha. I don't know if that's how you say that, but it looks like it. I wonder who this is. I wonder. Let's get started. I'm gonna stop it right there. There's already something interesting said. Reach out to Ekra. She's saying that he needs to reach out to someone. Ekra is like a spiritual teacher. So yeah, reach out to Ekra. Like get in touch with yourself. Like spirituality, I guess. This is interesting. Where did I start? There you go. So he's saying generations of home invasions. It's like people are busting down the door, basically, right? Um, I got daddy issues. That's something he's blaming himself for the issues that, well, at least from the picture he paints, that his father caused. You know what I mean? Like he says, um, his mom. So I guess you could, dumb this down to his mom was defending him. His dad attacked, like verbally attacked his mom, right? And then kind of said that he needs to do this. He needs to be like working so hard constantly. I just, he really hasn't said he's working crazy hard. I don't think yet, but he needs to be like treated harshly and severely, to keep him strong, basically. So like, if he gives up now, that's gonna cost him. Life's a bitch, right? So like, when he gets knocked down in life, if I don't knock him down now and teach him how to get back up, he'll get knocked down later in life and he won't get back up. I think that's what his dad like is saying basically, but he's poor language, but it's fine. Yeah, he's saying he got up quick, so he heard all this and then he just hopped up, right? Because I think he says something about getting knocked down. I don't remember. Well, he does say he's saying get knocked out the margin. Yeah, fine. There we are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's a pretty interesting picture already that he's painting for us. So this is interesting. I'm charging baskets and falling backwards trying to keep balance. This is the part where mental stability meets talent. So this line relates incredibly directly because he's talking about falling backwards trying to keep balance, mental stability. So he's tying what he's doing with the physical stability he's trying to keep to his mental like state, I guess, right? And that lands on the talent. Like he just can't perform, right? And he's saying these failings of his father's knocking him down for it. Just constantly. He breaks my humility. Like he's he's knocking him down for it completely. And he's saying here that his dad learned is like learning to be more hostile towards him as he goes. Basically, just for practice, learn together. His dad's learning on Kendrick, I guess you could say. Yeah. And you could say sore lose forever could also be him saying his dad was hurt like this, so he's taking it out on his son. Daddy issues. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. So he's talking about waking up early, right? So he doesn't have any days off. Practicing on day offs, he has no days off, right? No chaser. It's like undiluted. So he's saying undiluted tough love that's bottled up. So literally, it's just like, I guess you could say he has just like pure pain in his heart. Just like straight up, completely undiluted. Just like straight hurt. Yeah, they say that one more time again, and then that's probably the chorus, I guess. Still blaming himself. Yeah. So he blames himself. That's on me. He looks for affection. Well, his dad doesn't care. He got used to that, you know. That's like damn near neglect. Yeah, he got used to that. Cried about it. Told him not to be weak. So basically, his dad was telling him that his emotions weren't valid. He wasn't allowed to be upset about something. That you're not. You just can't do that. So he stopped expressing it. Just period. You know what I mean? Yeah, basically saying there's no silver platter. Get up. So he's saying his. Wait, no, wrong line. He's saying. Where is it? 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 Oh, yeah, yeah, there you go. So his dad didn't really keep anyone attached, right? Never attached to none, right? Because he didn't trust anyone. So he didn't trust anyone. They didn't have any, like, ties, really. So he's saying it's not easy to get close to him because of this trauma he holds. Like a lack of understanding of reconciliation. There you go. And there's a whole part here. He's saying he doesn't understand the whole reconciliation of it, right? So he's saying maybe I do have some stuff to work on, right? And then he talks about he's egotistic. He needs assistance with the way he was brought up, right? So he's admitting where he needs help, right? But like when your heart is made of stone, like something like set in stone, right? When your mind is made of gold. So I guess you could interpret this as gold is malleable, stone is not. So someone says like something set in stone, right? So he's like saying basically his heart has been like tuned like this, and then his mind, I guess he's saying it's flexible, right? tongue is made of sword, but but it may weaken your soul. So your tongue be made of sword, basically like quick to attack someone if they like criticize you. Yeah, and then he's talking about people who don't even have a father. So he's saying his father caused him trauma, and he talks about people who don't have a father's period. You know what I mean? So they don't know what to do. So they just look at what other guys their age are doing, and he just covering that up with, I guess, like where he was from. I guess he's saying people did like gangster activities. So I guess he's saying he appreciates his father for taking him out of that. So he says here everything I was, and then he kind of congratulates people who didn't go down this whole gangster path, didn't have a father, but like, because he's saying his dad, even though his dad hurt him, still his dad did keep him off of a bad path. His dad was doing it all for a good reason. Maybe his methods weren't the most sound, but he was doing it for a reason, and it ended up keeping him more in line with what is better for Kendrick. So saying, yeah, people who didn't fall down a path a negative path, he congratulates them, even if they don't have a father, he congratulates them. You know what I mean? And he's saying like for future generations, I hope you can keep up that good work. Yeah. And then he's just about to repeat the chorus from earlier. So I guess it's like a whole song of it, just like how his father was hurting him, but honestly, he appreciates it because it kept him from going down a path that he wouldn't want to be on, that people he knows with no father were on. You know what I mean? And he's very proud of people who manage to stay off that negative path, even though they don't have a father, because his father was there to keep him off that negative path, even though at the time the way he felt like this was all happening was pretty bad. Yeah, that's my uh, superficially in-depth analysis. I know that sounds pretty bad. That sounds pretty backwards, doesn't it? Of Father Time by Kendrick Lamar and Sampha. Yeah, I should look up how to pronounce that on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Goodbye.